It feels great. I mean, I think, all the hard work the girls put in over the summer through the course of the season, non-conference, came out undefeated with the one tie, and then going into UAA, I think we have a lot to be proud of. And, I think the girls are super excited heading into the tournament starting on Saturday. This year, we just had a lot of people step up in different games. We had so many players scoring goals. I think that was, what made us so successful is, no one could really key on one player each game. Different people stepped up. I think we had like 7 or 8 players with 2 goals. So I think, I was very happy with a lot of the players that, didn't maybe get as many minutes last year that stepped into pretty big roles. And, they definitely took advantage of the opportunity. And, just like you can tell all the hard work they put in over the spring and the summer, and it paid off. And I couldn't be more proud of all the work that they did and they continue to do throughout the season. At the beginning of the season, it was just kind of trying to figure out what was going to work. Obviously we had Katie returning from last year, but she was kind of the only returner. Anaya stepped up and has done a really great job leading the back line. 2 freshmen stepped in and, played pretty big roles and have done really well. And, Maya steps in the Misericordia game and, she plays well, and she's kind of just held that spot, So I think it took a little time for them to mesh, but, I'm really happy with the way they communicate, the way they organize, and just the way that they've kind of come together and gelled, especially later in the UAA season. Anytime you can, sleep in your own bed, you can play on your own field is a huge advantage. Obviously we're not having to travel. We've traveled enough for the UAA conference. So it's nice to be at home, have all the support from the university players or, other, people coming out to watch. But, anytime you can play at home, it definitely is an advantage. And for the 3rd straight year, we get to do that. Our focus is on Grove City. They're a tough team. They've scored a lot of goals. So I think, making sure that defensively we're really sound, for the game on Saturday, and just making sure that, we're taking care of little things like set pieces, all of that. I haven't really looked at, the other 2 teams. Obviously, we played John Carroll, it was our first game of the season. So a lot has changed for both teams in those 2 months. But our focus is on Grove City for Saturday. We've talked about it all year, and our focus is always on us, how we're playing. Can we possess? Can we keep the ball on the ground? So everything we talk about is focusing on us. Defensively, are we making sure that we're organized? Midfielders, are we keeping the ball? Are we able to switch a point of attack? So those are all things that have been our focus throughout the entire year, and we continue to focus through that on the weekend. And it's just taking care of little details, earning set pieces, taking care of our opportunities, and, on the flip side, not giving the other team any opportunities, especially on set pieces. So again, our focus always on us and, what we need to do to be successful.